Fans Beyond Wrestling, this is Denver, Colorado, the man, not the place. I want to thank you for joining us for some non-tournament, tournament for tomorrow action as we get ready for the final round to determine the winner of the tournament for tomorrow, a contest between ACH and Aaron Epic. But before that, we have this contest taped earlier in the day between Brian Fury and Danny Only. Two guys that are mainstays in independent wrestling scenes on totally opposite sides of the country. Here we're going to take our first look at Brian Fury, somebody who has been a mainstay in the New England independent scene for a number of years. And I've got to be honest, I don't know too much about this individual because I've been away from the New England scene for quite some time. But Brian Fury is certainly well respected by his peers. A very calculated individual from what I can tell. Not very flashy. Lets his wrestling do the talking for him. But you got to remember, here at Beyond Wrestling, with all of the other wrestlers remaining around ringside, it definitely helps to endear yourself to them. That could give you the added momentum that you need at any point during the contest if you're down on your luck. Fury making a beeline right to the ring. But he's going to be going up against Danny Only. Oh, Danny Only is a big individual. Very strange. He's got that tattoo on his chest that says, "Hated, yet I persevere." This guy's been through some shit in his life. We're going to see how he can apply that and how effective he can be in the wrestling ring. One half of the Hate Junkies, one of the most well-known tag teams in the Southern independent wrestling scene. But he's here at Beyond Wrestling by himself. And he's going to be looking to build on the momentum that he came in with. Very strong words when he made his debut for Beyond Wrestling. I mean, this is really what he's been working for.
You ready? All right.
Brian Fury and Danny Only circling each other, going to be tying up for the very first time. It sounds like some of the other wrestlers on ringside have already taken to Danny Only. Let's not forget Aaron Epic and Sugar Dunkerton of the KOA. I mean, they're familiar with this guy's work because that's where they compete primarily, in the southern part of the United States. So they already know what this guy can do, but I honestly don't know what Only is capable of. Neither does Brian Fury. Danny Only able to take that wrist lock. But you've got to be sure that Brian Fury's got a counter for that. Now just wrenching the arm back, able to take Only off the mat in the earlier moments of this contest. But Danny Only now going for that foot, able to trip Fury up. Not sure what sort of hold he's going for here. Now instead decided he's going to put on that side headlock. A very conservative hold, but neither of these guys wants to make a big mistake early. Again, you're gonna see somewhat of a feeling out process so these guys can get sort of a feel for one another, how strong, how agile, how much endurance they might have in the earlier moments of this contest. Danny Only, though, with a roll-up. Fury able to kick out and quick to get back to his feet. Both of these guys, just by taking a look at him, I got to say, pretty evenly matched in terms of size and in terms of weight. Danny Only perhaps a little bit taller, but not as much muscle mass as Brian Fury. Able to pick that leg again. Again, perhaps going for that leg hold. Just keeping position in that foot. Not really doing much damage, though. Now Brian Fury just wrestling away his hands. Now using his leg for leverage to take Only down to the mat. Now trying to hold him at bay by keeping his arms in position. Perhaps going for the upper key lock. Looks like he's got it cinched in. Only's got to be careful here not to get his arms pinned to the mat. Able to get back up now. Again, going for that counter. Trying to alleviate some pressure. Going right into that side headlock. Really doesn't have the positioning that he needs to use this hold to its utmost effectiveness. And there you see, very easy for Fury to counter. Just rolls him right off. Now, I've got the impression that Danny Only is not much of a technical wrestler, more of a striker. You got to think if he's trying to weather the storm here from Brian Fury till he can kick it in high gear. But Fury, again, wrestling a very conservative match thus far. Not allowing Only to have any of those openings where he can really build any momentum. And you've got to think, even sometimes when a guy is on his back, that's all part of his strategy. He's thinking one step ahead. Now Fury just grinding his arm on the shoulder of Danny Only. Again, just wrenching the arm. Now able to apply that hammerlock. He's got to be careful against such a tall opponent, though. Only just shifting his weight. Driving Fury back into the corner, and there he connects with that elbow. Well, that woke Fury up. These two guys pushing each other, and it's finally broken down. Only unloading with that forearm, but Fury fighting back. These guys trading bombs in the center of the ring. But Fury able to connect with a series of forearms. Really just rocking Only. Go off the ropes, but he gets caught with a belly-to-back suplex. Danny Only able to hold on and just throw his opponent overhead. Finally, he's got the opening that he's been looking for. Now dragging his opponent to the center of the ring. Just measuring up and dropping that headbutt. And another standing headbutt to the side of Brian Fury. Now just choking him with his own arm. Referee's got to be careful to make sure that this isn't an actual chokehold and instead just cutting off the blood flow to the brain. Something more like a sleeper hold. These holds can be very tricky. Referee doing his job, making sure that Brian Fury is not going to give it up. Again, Only not with the positioning that he needed to utilize that hold, but perhaps that was just part of his strategy. As Fury tries to get back up to the mat, he's driven head first into the canvas. Now Brian Fury quick to retreat to the corner, knowing that he's in danger of being pinned. Danny Only picking him up. And just firing away with some chops and elbows in the corner. Danny Only coming charging in once again, taking too much time. Fury's out of the way and catching him with a boot right on the mouth. Fury, though, perhaps taking too much time to regain his composure right here. Sounds like the wrestlers on ringside chanting for both of these guys. I mean, it's been pretty back and forth thus far. Now Fury looking for a belly-to-back suplex of his own. Picture perfect. I mean, that was a textbook hold right there. Danny Only still able to kick out. And Fury checking with the referee. I mean, that could have been a 3 count. Fury putting the boots to Danny Only. And this is where Fury is really going to accelerate. I mean, he spent the majority of this contest being able to try and pace it. And now that he finally has his opponent where he wants him, just wrenching away on the top of the neck and the back of the head, too. I mean, Fury is in the driver's seat right now. Able to connect with that drop kick to the face. Still only getting a 2 count, though. But again, Fury is not getting frustrated here. Still staying calculated. Taking the opportunity to plan his next move. The downside of that is giving Only a little bit time to recover, Only trying to mount a comeback, but just getting shut down by Fury. Taking too much time there to measure his opponent. Getting caught with that full Nelson slam, driving all the way down onto the spine. Is that going to do it? The leg is hooked. No. Well, Danny Only able to find that opening. How well can he capitalize right here? Fury looked like he was trying to escape to the floor. Now he's got his legs all tied up. And there we see Danny Only as he's wrenching back on the legs, also dropping that elbow. And now he's got that front face lock applied. This is a submission predicament. Is Brian Fury going to be able to stay alive? Or is Danny Only going to be able to get him to tap out? Now it looks like Danny Only's going for the eyes. The referee needs to break that hold. And Fury trying to go for the face as well. Looks like Danny Only was biting him right there. Well, again, both of these guys trying to employ similar tactics to mixed results. Danny Only back to his feet first. Now just measuring up his opponent, dropping that knee across his face. No, it didn't have him there. Had the leg hooked, but Brian Fury too resilient at this point in the contest. Still got too much gas left in the tank, so to speak. Danny Only lifting him back up to his feet, driving him face first into the turnbuckle. And I've got to say, Danny Only can certainly be a little bit more aggressive in this contest. There's been times where he's been giving Fury too many opportunities. I mean, the same could be said for Fury too. These guys making similar mistakes, but neither wants to rush in to make that big mistake, to allow their opponent to have that major opportunity to capitalize. Fury knows that he's in danger here, trying to fire away. Trying to get that separation that he needs to knock Danny Only down to the mat. But Danny Only firing away. Now Fury able to connect with that shot to the ears. Only loses his balance, but as Fury comes off the top rope, he's able to avoid contact with that cross body. Misses with the clothesline. And these guys both connect with a big boot in the center of the ring. Both guys with the same idea. And there you see the other wrestlers on ringside coming alive. Again, we get a hell of a back and forth non-tournament contest right here. And again, the tournament for tomorrow designed to provide exposure. While these guys are mainstays within their own territories in the independent scene, we want to make sure that we can show the world what they're capable of. Danny Only fighting right here. Get back to his feet. As the referee reaching a 7 count. Both men back up, staggering around. Fury playing possum, able to avoid contact, going for that schoolboy. Just popping him up and driving him down with that powerbomb. That's it. Wow. I can't believe that Only was able to kick out of that. Not only the elevation, but the impact on the landing and right into the pin. Brian Fury's beside himself right now. But he's going to make sure to keep his cool. When you get frustrated is when you make mistakes. You got caught with that jawbreaker. Able to duck out of the way the first clothesline, but not the second. And he damn near got his head taken off. And Danny Only picking up the victory over Brian Fury here at the tournament for tomorrow. A very impressive victory from Danny Only. Again, Fury did everything in his power to try and dictate the pace of this contest. But how tough is Danny Only? Hated, yet I persevere, and that is what he did to win this contest. He certainly persevered, and he was able to weather the storm, especially kicking out of that huge powerbomb. And Brian Fury certainly frustrated. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this is his hometown. He had the home court advantage coming into this contest, and he still had a hell of an effort. I can't wait to see more out of both of these guys down the line here at Beyond Wrestling. Well, he's certainly got AR Fox's endorsement